People think that when they take math in school, there's the common response like, I will never need to use this for the rest of my life, as they learn trig identities or the Pythagorean theorem or whatever it is that we all remember learning, feeling pretty sure it's never going to show up again. But that misses something important. It misses the fact that the act of learning how to do the math establishes a new kind of brain wiring in your mind, a kind of problem-solving brain wiring. So it's not about what you learned, it's about what methods, tools, and tactics you had to develop in order to solve the problem that you may never see again for the rest of your life, but you will see other problems where these methods and tools will become immensely valuable to you. Well, the point is, what did you do to conduct the research? What did you do to compose the sentences? Your choice of words to communicate an idea, a fresh idea on top of already known ideas. That is the...
Okay, it's Mr. Good. It's just choosing with grade 5 today as well, grade 6. All right, grade 5 and grade 6. Please sit down and watch Mr. Gold. All right, I'm just going to do what a 3D shape today. All right, then don't forget to subscribe as well, share the video as well, comment on the comment section. Grade 5, I trust you. Then going to do exactly what I said. All right, then all right, don't waste our time to shall start the lesson. Okay, then here it is a 3D shape. As you see, we are just going to look at what is the 3D shape. First, we need to recap on the 2D shape so that we are just going to be on the same page with the 3D shape. All right, then remember what we said about the 2D shape. Okay, a 2D shape, we normally say that it is a flat shape that have what only 2 dimensions, which is the length as well what is the breadth, okay, or the width. All right, then we normally say that we have 2 types of 2D shape, whereby we normally say we have a regular shape as well irregular shape. All right, then what is a regular shape? A regular shape is a flat shape that have only straight sides. Okay, therefore we call that shape, it is a regular. As well, we make sure that angles are equal. All right, that means that when we talk about the regular shape, is whereby we are just going to look at what a square. A square is a regular shape because it's just only straight sides that are just having also it's just having also the equal angles. Okay, therefore we normally say that a regular shape is a flat shape that have only straight side as well as equal angles. All right, then we call it as a regular shape. For example, we have a square, then we have a pentagon, we have a hexagon, we have all those shapes that have an equal side as well as equal angles of triangles, which we call it the equilateral triangle. We call it is a regular shape because it's just having equal angles as well, equal sides. Okay, then we have irregular shape. When you talk about the irregular shape, we normally say that a regular shape is a flat shape that have no equality sides and no equality angles. Okay, therefore we normally say that is the shape that have only curved side or only straight side as well as curved side. Okay, therefore the regular shape or irregular shape, they are very, very important to know that are the 2 types of 2D shape. Okay, therefore we have 3 types of irregular shape. Then which those 3 types of regular shape? We normally say that we have triangles, then we have quadrilateral, as well as the polygons. Okay, those are the types of irregular shape. Okay, then we have triangles, as you know that the triangles is a shape that have 3 sides. Okay, then we have equilateral triangle, quadrilateral is a shape that have 4 sides. Okay, therefore we normally say that a square, it is a regular shape is falling under the quadrilateral as well. A polygon is a flat shape that have more than 4 sides that can can be what? It can be a pentagon, a hexagon, a decagon, nonagon. Those shapes, we call it is a polygon. But we normally say that all the shape, we call them a polygon because a polygon in the definition of mathematics, we normally say that a polygon are all the flat shape that have what? A straight sides. Therefore, we call them the polygons. Then normally a travel, or we normally understand that it is a polygon because it's just going to have more than four sides. Then we have many sides. A polygon means many. Therefore, we always say that the polygon is always end with what? Gon, okay? Like pentagon, hexagon, octagon, nonagon, decagon. All right? Therefore, today we're just going to look at what is the 3D shape, okay? Then on the 3D shape, what is important here? It's very important to note that here we're just going to look at what a solid object or the shape that have only 3 dimensions, which is length and width as well as a height. All right. Therefore, we normally say that we have 2 types of what 3D shape. Types of 3D shape. It's very important to note that. Okay. We have 2 types of 3D shape. We have a prism. We have a prism as well. We have a pyramid. And then we have a pyramid. We have a pyramid. We have a pyramid. Then we have a pyramid. Then we have 2 types of a 3D shape. We have a prism as well as a pyramid. What is a prism? A prism, we normally say that is a solid shape that have only flat sides, okay? This one is just having only what? Only flat faces or only flat sides, okay? Or straight sides. Therefore, we normally say that it is a prism. It's just a solid shape that contains only flat faces. Therefore, we call it a prism. A pyramid, we normally say that it is a prism only if it's just going to have only one vertex or only one apex. Okay, therefore we call it is a vertex or the apex. Then we call it is a prism if the shape is just having only one apex or only sharp vertex. Therefore, the difference between the prism and the pyramid is that a prism is just contain only flat faces, and the pyramid is just going to contain only one apex or the sharp vertex. All right. Therefore, these 2 are the solid objects that falling under a 3D shape. All right. Okay. Then let's go. Then we have types of prisms. Okay. We have types of prisms that are very important to note them. Then we have a cylinder. We have a cylinder. We have a cylinder, and we have a rectangular prism. We have a rectangular prism. We have a rectangular prism. We have a rectangular prism that are very important, and we have a cube that are very important as well. We have a cube as well. We have a pentagonal prism. We have a pentagonal prism. Then we have a hexagonal prism. There are many. We have a hexagonal prism. There are many prisms that we have. But the only thing that we consider is that then we have a cylinder. A cylinder is a prism. And also we have a rectangular prism as well, a cube as well, a pentagonal prism as well, the hexagonal prism. Okay. Therefore, here we are just going to look at the shape that have only flat faces. Then we call that shape, it is a prism. Sometimes we name the prism by looking at the base or the face, the name of the face is. As you know that the rectangular prism is just having the rectangles, all the faces are the rectangles. Then we normally say that's a pentagonal prism because it's just having the base that contains 5 sides. Therefore, we remember that we normally say that the shape that have 5 sides because call it a pentagon. Therefore, we call it is a pentagonal prism because it's just containing what the pentagon. Hexagonal prism is just what a shape that have what 6 sides. Therefore, we call it a prism because it's just going to contain what the base or at the top top view, which is what a hexagon have 6 sides. Then it's just gonna have what a 6 side faces as well. What 2 faces. Okay. For example, here we have a rectangular prism. Why is a rectangular prism? Because we have the rectangle faces. You see, we have a rectangular faces as well as here we have what a rectangular what faces. Okay. Then we have a cube. A cube, as you see, we have a cube. The cube is just having what the squares, the faces of a cube are the square. On the exam, they're just gonna ask you what is the face, what is the name of the faces on the square on the cube. Then is there a square? Okay, this is a cube. Then we call it is a what? It is a prism because it's just having only what? Flat faces. We call this a prism because it's just having what? Only flat what? Faces. All right, let's go. Then we have a pyramid. A pyramid. We have a pyramid. A pyramid. A pyramid. Then a pyramid, what we normally say on the pyramid, a pyramid, we normally say that we have a square base, what pyramid, then we have a square base, what pyramid, then we have a square base pyramid, we have a square base, have a square base pyramid, have a square base pyramid, then we have a square base pyramid as well. We have a triangular base pyramid or a tetrahedron. Then we have a tetrahedron, a tetrahedron. You have a tetrahedron as well. We have, or if you don't have to say a tetrahedron, we normally say that we have a triangular base pyramid. Then we have a triangular base pyramid. Then this is a pyramid. Then this is a pyramid. Then we have a pentagonal pyramid and a hexagonal pyramid. We always say that a pyramid, we name the pyramid by looking at what is the base of a pyramid. Okay? Then you can have a pentagonal, then we have a pentagonal base pyramid. We always end with what? Base pyramid. Okay? This is a pentagonal base is always have what a base pyramid on what the pyramid. Okay. Therefore, as you see, we have a hexagonal base pyramid. Is very important to note. We are just going to name this pyramid on the exam. All right. Then it's very important to note that we're not just naming the pyramid. We are just going to look at what is the base of that pyramid. Okay. Then the base of that pyramid, I'm going to show you what is the base. Then you check that base is a square or rectangle. Base pyramid. Then we have a triangular base pyramid or tetrahedron. Then we have the pentagonal base pyramid, or we have hexagonal base pyramid. Okay. Then for example, I'm just having 2 examples of a pyramid here. Okay, this is a pyramid. This is a square base pyramid. Why is a square base? Because the base is a square. You see, the base is a square. Then we call it is a square base pyramid. Why is a square base pyramid? Because it's just having only one apex. Yes, it's just having only one vertex. You see that it's no longer be flat now. It just contains only one apex. Therefore, we call it this is a square base pyramid. All right. Then we have a tetrahedron. We have a tetrahedron. This is a tetrahedron. The tetrahedron is only contained on the triangles. Okay. Then we call it as a triangular base pyramid, or we call it as a tetrahedron because it's just containing only triangles. Can pretend like this is still a tetrahedron. Can pretend like this is a tetrahedron. Can pretend. Therefore, that's why we call it a tetrahedron. All right. Then sometimes we have a pentagonal base pyramid. Then you look at what's the base of an object. The base of a solid object, it is a which 2D shape. Then you take that 2D shape name. Then you end with gonad. Then with a base. After that, you put a prism if you just have only one apex. All right. Therefore, this is all about a 3D shape. Okay, the introduction of the 3D shape. Then on the exam, they're just going to ask you the name of a prism as well. The pyramid. Okay, it's very important to note that. How can you see that is a prism? How can you see that is a It is a pyramid. Then they're just going to ask you the differences between a prism as well a pyramid. Okay. Then don't forget that the pyramid is whereby a solid shape that have only flat faces. But when it's about a pyramid, it's just a solid shape that contains only one apex. All right. Therefore, we name the 3D shape by looking at the base of a solid shape. If the base of a solid shape it is a pentagon, then you just going to say that is a pentagonal prism. If you don't have apex, okay. But if it's just having an apex, you're gonna say it is a pentagonal base pyramid. Okay, it's very important to put that on your mind. All right, you just look at the base, but you have a specific prism that are no longer be named by looking at the base, like cylinder, like a cube, as well a coin, as well a tetrahedron. Okay, you're right. Then those are the specific 3D shape that you need to know exactly. Cylinder, a cube, as well the coin. Then those are the separate. But other 2D shape, you just check on the base of that 3D shape. Then what 2D shape that we have? It can be a pentagon, it can be a hexagon, or it can be a square. Then you're gonna say square base pyramid. Or we're just gonna say it's a pentagonal or hexagonal, octagonal base pyramid. If you're just about a pyramid. Alright. Then now we're just going to look at the vertex and the edges. Okay, some of you they forget what is the vertex. What is the edges? Determine the vertex. Determine the vertex as well the edges, as well the faces. How many faces? These are the common questions that they're just going to ask you on the exam. The vertex of a 2D shape, vertex of a 3D shape, as well edges, as well faces. It's very important to know what is the vertex, what is the edges, what is a face on the object. Okay, I'm just going to start with a cube. Okay, we have a cube here. Then let me write here, we have a cube. Then how many vertices in a cube? How many vertices in a cube? When I talk about the vertex, we normally say that we talk about all the corners. All right, these are the vertices whereby two lines intersect. They're just going to form a vertex. All right, therefore this is a vertex. How many vertices we have on the cube? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then on the cube, we always have 8 vertices. All right. Therefore, how many edges? The edges, we normally say that is a line. It's a line that's just going to create shape. How many lines that we have here? Let's start on top. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then we have 12 lines. Then we are just going to need 12 to 18 to make a cube. All right. Then how many faces? How many faces? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We have 6 faces on the cube. Then we have 6 faces. Then let's check on the rectangular prism. This is a rectangular prism. How many edges on the, how many vertex on the rectangular prism? 1, 2. Okay, all right. Then how many vertices here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember the vertex is whereby it's about the corners where two lines of cement intersect each other and form a corner. That is the vertex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The same thing as what? As a cube. How many edges? Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 edges. Then how many faces? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 faces. Therefore, a rectangular prism is same as what a cube, only if you're talking about the vertices, edges, as well as faces. All right. Then we have a tetrahedron here. Then on a tetrahedron, let's check how many vertices we have. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 vertices on the tetrahedron. We have 4 vertices. We have 4 vertices. Then how many faces how many edges that we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we have 6 edges. We have 6 edges. How many faces? 1, 2, 3. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have 4 faces on the tetrahedron, a triangular base pyramid. Then we have a last one, which is a square base pyramid. Why is a square base pyramid? Because the base is a square. Then you're just having only one apex. Therefore, we call it a square base pyramid. All right, let's go. How many vertices we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 vertices. Then how many edges that we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 vertices. Let's start again. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 edges. 9. Then how many faces we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 faces. All right. Therefore, that's all about the pretty shape. All right. That's all about the pretty shape. We need to know the number of vertices as well, the number of edges, as well the number of faces. And after that, you need to know the differences between a prism as well, what a pyramid. All right. Then sometimes they're just gonna ask you what the difference between a square base, a pyramid, as well as the tetrahedron. Okay. Then as well the similarities. Okay. Then after that, you complete the 3D shape. You're gonna get a full total marks out of 20. You're gonna get 20 out of 20. Okay. Then don't forget to subscribe as well. Share the video. Then good night. Thank you.